Anchor. It sounds so different without the rest of the group. Um, what is up? I'm back. You know, approximately I say a couple hours from the last stream. Um, which I hope that does great too. Hopefully, I share it later. I haven't got the chance to sharing these yet, so you have to forgive me. Um, this may be one that people enjoy at a point of time because I mean
GTS.
I mean um it kind of defiles the situation as a whole. So you know you take it measures the measures you need first, and you gangsta boy, you should be asleep. You always awake, bro. Why you always awake at this time knowing damn well you probably got work in the morning? And it's Monday tomorrow. Yeah, don't think I don't know. Yeah, I know all about it, I know all about it, gangster boy. I know you need to be. Yeah, you probably should be in bed right now, but you probably in there playing 2K. I bet you are.
Nah, I in work no mo.
What? What? Why? What happened? You didn't get fired, did you? Right, he probably fired you for something you didn't do.
I am finna start school.
Damn, so soon? It's only. Oh yeah, it is July 19th, but when's the school? I thought school don't start until like August 23rd, or at least around that time. Or like, is it college or it's like high school?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Dang, it's on.
College.
Oh, okay, it's college. Okay, so yeah, around there. Shoot, if I would have probably been in summer school, knowing me around this time. If I was like going to college right now, I'd be in summer school, getting extra hours to get ahead of the jump. But you know, you can always leave a little like for me. You feel me? Um. All right. Before I get started here, session. So a lot of the world right now, guys, it's surrounded with a bunch of people who have their hopes and dreams on their shoulders, climbing through loopholes to get it. You know what I mean? And when you accidentally, you know, break one of those loophole rings, it's something that occurs is what you would call depression, because when you fall to rock bottom, it gets it's hard, you know, and life intends to get harder and harder. Then it's hard to find out what you're gonna do next and how you're gonna do things next. You know what I mean? So when you can't really cope with life around you, you know, or you feel like you're an introvert, or you feel like hurting yourself, or you feel like you need to separate yourself from hurting others. That's what you call depression. And when depression gets to you, it's it's hard to get out of that situation. You know what I mean? It's really hard to get out of the situation because you don't you don't expect um you don't expect uh to be so you don't expect it to be so hard. You know what I mean? You think you'd be thinking like you have your um you expecting the people around you to love you, and to keep that flame underneath you.
GTS. Now I in work no mo. I am
Yeah.
finna start school. Yep.
Oh
College.
damn! Oh no! Dang, they just reread all the messages. Where the other 10 messages? Where the other 5 messages come from? Jesus Christ! Hmm. Oh no, they just really just gave her 10 more. Okay. But once y'all understand that, like I was saying, you think the people that love you most would hold that flame underneath your body, and keep that happiness there. But sometimes it's like, in order to keep that there, you gotta, it gets in the way. You feel me? Like, your depression gets in the way. Period. No matter what you do and how you do it, no matter how you try to do it, you know what I'm saying, it gets in the way. And there's really um there's really no way out of that. You know what I mean? There's it's hard, it's hard, it seems hard, and it seems like there's no way out of that. But in reality, there is a way, not easy way, but there's a way. And that way is naturally, if you talk to any human person, naturally they'd probably say just to turn what they call savage and don't give a damn about nobody, don't give a damn about anything, just do you, don't care about really no one else. You know what I mean? That's their example. But in reality, that'll just make it worse, because honestly, it if for one shouldn't hold that much control over you. You feel me? Like, if you let depression run your life, then your life probably gonna be 9 times out of 10 miserable. It's gonna stay that way. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be 9 times out of 10. It's gonna be hard for you to actually, accept the warm and loving gifts of heart that people give to you. You know what I mean? It's gonna take you a long time to got that funk, but there's always gonna be that one person who say they love you, but don't seem to understand that depression is a powerful thing, bro. It is a powerful thing, and it's depression isn't just it doesn't have one meaning. It has multiple meanings. That means anxiety. That means bad thoughts. I'm not gonna say the word, but really bad thoughts to harm yourself and to harm others. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the biggest form of depression, how it originates, is from other people bullying other other the person who's depressed. That's where it all starts from. You know what I'm saying? It's imperative that y'all realize that you have to be mindful.
I know how strong depression is kindled. I struggle with it daily.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of people do. A lot of people struggle with depression daily, and that's all right, because it takes a strong person. It takes a strong person to accept other people's feelings and other people's thoughts and other people's advice. It takes but you gotta be a strong person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need that moment to take. You need that moment to separate yourself from others, no matter what it is. Just to give yourself time to get ready to ask a question, or just tell them about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you have to realize that before you do so, just tell them, you need a moment. You know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't have to be those exact words, but you need to put.
It's easier that way.
I mean it. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. There we go. Hold on, let me set a question. Being weak is a deception in mind. Honestly, being weak is just it's just a foolish way of depression tricking you into thinking that you are not up to the challenge. You're not up to be abound, and as long as you keep thinking that you're weak, then you're always going to be that way. You feel me? So you have to realize that sometimes it's just not. It's just sometimes you have to. It's okay to wait for that person. You feel me? Like I can't stress this enough, y'all. But there's a point in time where I have to realize that sometimes it's alright to wait for someone. It's alright to wait for them. You know what I'm saying? Yes, life isn't a big anime book that you can tell, that you can, go script for script for. But I tell you one thing, it is you carving your own journey out. That's what life is. You know what I mean? And it's alright to wait for another. You know what I'm saying? Like because if you find this person worth it, you feel me? You have to sit down and truly understand that they're going through something. You feel me? Whether you know that or not, whether you get that or not, whether it's confusing or not, they're going through something. So you have to be there either next to them or outside the door waiting for them. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? There's no other way. You feel me? You have to cope with depression. It's going to be easy to go inside the room and hide there for a little while until you feel like you're ready to talk, or you feel like you're ready to come out. But you have to realize that there's sometimes going to be that turn of energy. You feel me? You be happy, and so it just takes that little bit just to make you just boom. Then you have to understand, it's not the fact that it's what in the world? It's not the fact that it's the person that made you mad or sad, depressed. No, because it's not your fault. It's not the person outside. No, it's not really anyone's fault. It's depression's fault. You feel me? Some things that you're gonna feel so strongly about, that if that is disrupted in any way, or you feel any type of way about it, the depression is going to come, and it's going to take control, and you're going to want to do something about it. And your best bet, your first thing is to separate yourself. That's one thing. Separate yourself from the people that love you per se, so you won't hurt them. You feel me? First, second of all, you can pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different beliefs, I understand, but praying helps. You know what I'm saying? Praying helps about it. And when you pray, you know what I'm saying, you get that second breath of air, and you go and you talk to your friends and your family about it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to do. You feel me? That's how easy it can all be. You don't have your friends and family. Y'all don't have to be angry, mad, or sad about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you have to do. You feel me? To take that moment, and it's not going to be easy. By no means will it be easy, because sometimes your lover can get out of hand at points, and sometimes y'all gonna say hurtful things to each other because you don't understand. one another when it comes to the situations at hand. But maybe it's not for us to understand, honestly. It's for us just to be there and wait for each other. That's it. You feel me? That's it. All the other bull crap doesn't matter at the moment. You feel me? Nothing else matters besides y'all two or anybody that you do love or relationship. That's all that matters, is that you wait for them. You feel me?
From a toad to a prince.
It's all in one simple way. You gotta love yourself, man. It's hard when you take that 1%, y'all, and you try to double it to 1,000 and 100 to 1,000. It's like, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take effort. It's gonna take love. It's gonna take prosperity, bro. It's gonna take to be the human you know that you can, the best human you know you can be. You feel me? Because as humans, it's when it comes down to humans, it's not whether you make a mistake, whether you're a man or woman, you're gonna make mistakes, period. You feel me? You're going to. It's inevitable. You feel me? But are you willing to own up to those mistakes? That's the problem. That's the question. You feel me? It could take it could take an argument. It could take a talk. You feel me? And it could take that much. You know what I'm saying? You have to know the person that's sitting in front of you. You feel me? You have to, does somebody know you? You feel me? Does someone know you that you love, that you can trust, that you can trust to be there after the storm? You feel me? I'm traumatized over that. You know what I'm saying? I'm traumatized because honestly, sometimes I don't feel like I have that. I don't. I hate to think that. I hate to think that, because I would love to keep that feeling like that. That's a must for me. You feel me? I want to believe that there will be someone waiting there for me when the storm is done. You know what I'm saying? And I want that same person to believe that it's going to be hard, bro. It's going to be hard, man. Like, there's no other way around it. You feel me? The more you try to pry, you need to let it flow naturally. First of all, if you don't let it flow naturally, then it's pretty much useless, to say the least. You feel me? Because I mean, what you're doing it for at that point? You feel me? What's the point anymore? There is no more point to it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna force things, there's no point of being there in the first place. You feel me? To be a man, to be a woman, y'all have to learn how to separate yourself before it gets to that point. You feel me? Like, you have to separate yourself, even if the person across you that you love the most doesn't understand that. You feel me? But you have to let it be known later in the thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be a justifiable situation. You feel me? And if they're hurt, just let them know you're not. It doesn't have to be. If it goes further and beyond, it's kind of hard to say, because honestly, it's very hard to give that advice, because I struggle with that part too. If it goes further, I struggle with that part, because now it's up to that person. You feel me? It's up to that person. It's all up to you. What are you willing to do to make the situation better? Are you gonna let the way you feel take control of the whole entire situation, or are you gonna sit down and actually listen to that person? You feel me? Like, because honestly, at the moment, it depends on y'all as well. You feel me? Y'all have a say so to it in it, because you claim that you love that person. You love that person, and they obviously love you back. So in the moment of truth, what you're gonna do? You feel me? Are you gonna just sit back and let them hurt and then bitch at them more? Or are you gonna let them and you gonna sit there and listen to them? You're gonna let them tell you how you feel. And don't worry, and don't get me wrong. I'm guilty. I'm not Mr. Straightforward either. I'm guilty of it too. You feel me? I can sometimes be angry at the person who's trying to better themselves for other people. You feel me? And for themselves. You feel me? So that's something I'm working on as well, because I will want the same thing from everybody else. You feel me? I will want them to sit down and look at the situation as a whole. Do you?
GTS.
Do
I
you?
in work no mo. I don't finish start school. Yep.
God damn
College.
it.
I know how strong depression is, Kendall. I struggle with it daily.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm not. I'm weak. It's easier that way.
Why the hell does this thing keep playing the messages over for her? It plays the messages all the way over. But honestly, I don't know what to do with this damn car. Like, I bought it and it's like, now I just don't know what the hell to do with it. Like 1.7 mil, huh? Wait, where are the lights at? Wheels. Wait, lights. I need the lights. Okay, it's like color. This car definitely deserves a livery. You know, sometimes some situations are very worth getting through, and you don't always have to get through them with a smart ass remark or a smart ass comment or just a perspective of some way. You feel me? Some things are not always logical in some way. You know what I'm saying? You have to know the difference sometimes, man. Like if you claim another person is in front of you, you feel me? You should know the difference in when someone else is being an asshole and they're being an asshole. You feel me? And even then, sometimes that should be questionable, because would this person try to be an asshole to you? Would this person try to be try to put you down or say spiteful things? You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta cope with. You gotta know the better decision instead of what your mind tells you. Period. No matter what situation you are in. You know, there's an easy way and there's a hard way, but there's always the right way as well. The right way is the way to go. You feel me? If you don't know the right way, then analyze the situation. What do you think you need to do in a situation where a friend or a lover needs his time be? Will you sit there and wait to kill him, or will you sit there and wait for him? You feel me? Like that's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Wait for him. And unless that person says, oh well, I definitely don't care or want to be loved, I don't want your compassion, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you can only be there for so much. But if that person don't ever say that and he tells you the way to take care of the problem in the first place, then you should automatically know what to do. You feel me? It's that simple. It's that simple. No matter how you feel, know that there's a right way of the situation. You feel me? So that's really all I wanted to come over here and talk to everybody about. You know, this is gonna be like I'm gonna start putting out like some hella motivation videos as well. You know, me speaking to y'all on a powerful level. You feel me? Because games are amazing, but spreading love through games is something that's a dream of mine. You feel me? So pretty sure we'll have to we'll have to do car meets. We want to do car meets on the 20th and see how that goes and see what happens there. Alright, y'all. So, until tomorrow, until next time, we love y'all, and rise out.